Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are NearB.ai. While we were conducting our primary market research, we contacted real estate agent Henry, who recounted a very interesting story regarding helping Lauren relocate. Lauren received a job offer in San Francisco, but was very confused as to which neighborhood to specifically move into since she was hoping to finally settle in. At the same time, Henry wasn't much help either. He only had the current statistics for the neighborhoods and had absolutely no predictability data to help Lauren foresee what the neighborhoods would look like in the future and help her make a better decision. Consequently, Lauren had to visit San Francisco herself, visit each neighborhood individually, and make her own predictions as to which neighborhood would suit her best in the future. Needless to say, this process took 6 whole weeks and was very costly on Lauren's part. Although Lauren was eventually able to find a neighborhood to settle in, she had a very horrible real estate agent experience, and Henry felt that it was his fault for prolonging the entire journey.
In fact, during our secondary market research, we discovered that 10% of all Americans relocated for work last year. 70% of them received help from a relocation company, and 37% reported a negative experience. Looking at this data, we wanted to come up with a company where yours and the real estate agent's time matters. Which is why we came up with NearB.ai, an online website that expedites the real estate selling process by allowing real estate agents to visualize and compare neighborhoods. With NearB.ai, you can go from selling a house in 6 weeks to selling it in just 2.
For each iteration of our software, we conducted user testing to fully understand what our users needed. We learned that our users wanted a simple and easy to use UI, as well as a tutorial on how the software worked. Through all these iterations, we came up with our current solution, a web application that allows real estate agents and their clients to visualize and compare neighborhood statistics. By hovering over the top left corner, you can select and deselect factors you consider when choosing a neighborhood. Users can then sort how much they prioritize each factor, and then predict data by moving the slider at the bottom.
While looking at our competition landscape, we determined that the 2 most important factors would be the credibility of our predictability data and the ease of neighborhood comparability. While focusing on these 2 specific factors, we realized that real estate listing websites such as Zillow, Trulia, and Redfin would be our biggest competitors. However, there still remains a huge white space of opportunity, and that is where we NearB.ai step in. With our mathematical regression model, we ensure that our predictions are very credible, and with our color-coded map, we ensure that neighborhoods are very easy to compare. For our service, we decided to use a pricing model of $100 for 6 hours of use, or $100 for the first 10 detailed reports generated for 10 cities. We decided to settle on this model in order to ensure that real estate agents could generate enough reports for their clients while also not being able to abuse our website and generate infinite amounts of reports.
For our marketing strategy and customer acquisition, we came up with a 4-tiered marketing plan. For our initial stages, we plan to focus on personal selling, using which we would be able to establish a more direct and personal connection with each one of our customers. We also plan to use social media marketing, which would allow us to expand our user base and hopefully gain enough traction for us to move on to the next stage, where we would be visiting real estate fairs and talking to agents one-on-one and setting up stalls. In the long term, we also plan to set up partnerships with real estate listing websites and other corporate relocation services. For our next steps, we plan to have the consolidated data for every neighborhood in the United States by August, launch our marketing campaign in September, open our product to trials in October to generate hype about our product, and finally open it to sales in November.
We believe that our team is especially qualified to solve this problem. My name is Andy Zhang, and I've done several marketing and financial ventures in the past. To my left is Arnav, who has competed in several designing competitions, and to my farther left is Christopher Luey, who has a lot of experience in both coding for AI and machine learning. Our startup will ultimately be based in Silicon Valley. This is all our contact information, and our website at rebrand.ly/NearB.ai is currently up for more user testing. We at NearB.ai expedite the home selling process. Thank you so much for listening.